said that Peter Obi has to take permission before that. And I think the governor was right in saying that, because we are also saying that the governor can say that because of the kind of hatred that people have for Peter Obi in the state, including me. And when you have people, so many of us that have such hatred for people like that, especially when they came to Edo State and people died, it is proper for him to tell the governor before he will come, so that people like us will be sent on errand out of Edo before he can come and possibly go. I'm sure that's the reason why the governor made that statement. Is that why the governor made that statement? And it's correct. And we support him in whatever he's saying. So whatever anybody is saying, they're just saying rubbish. And I also want to send a message to people who call themselves ADC in the state, that they should be very careful, because we only have PDP remaining, not ADC. So if you want to identify with ADC, you have to leave Edo for us. That is my message to all of them.
So much hate coming from the APC chairman in Edo State. Some might feel it is the lack of a better word to describe how intimidated they feel around Peter Obi. You will understand that intimidation in a moment. A commissioner in Edo State revealed this in a recent interview where he tried to spin that Peter Obi caused the death of 3 people in a stampede when he visited Edo State recently. But before we see all that, let's see the character of the APC chairman in Edo State. Jarrett Tenebe was arrested by the EFCC and charged to court a few years ago. According to the EFCC, he forged a State House letter signed by one Chief Mike Oyadome, a former Chief of Staff to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, requesting for approval for 1-year retainership service for evacuation of seized crude oil. During that charge, his counsel asked for bail, but the judge refused. He was remanded in prison. So you can understand the character we are talking about here. A fraudulent person who has been going around trying to defraud even with forged government letters. And somehow he managed to end up as a party chairman. As recent as 2023, he was arrested with arms. It's not clear if he was charged to court in that incident. So you can understand why there's a problem. If someone with this character can become a party chairman, political parties produce political leaders. Governors, presidents, name it. All elective offices, they always come up from the party. If someone with this character is the leader of that party in a state, there's no hope. This is why Nigeria is not working. If you fail to participate in politics, you fail to take part, you fail to contest, you fail to come out to vote, you fail to defend your vote, criminals, the lowest of the low in the society, will be leading you. They will be making decisions for you, they will be making laws for you, and you will be forced to obey them. Imagine a society where a criminal is the lawmaker, is the one deciding your life. Everything about your life, the kind of taxes you pay, all the decisions concerning your life, someone as low as a criminal is making that decision. Look at him here in this Instagram photo. He's holding something that is not a cigarette. So you can see these are the lowest of the low in the society. No one should be surprised. Things that come out from their mouth. This was the same way he said that PDP should no longer exist in the state. Immediately they won the election. And now he's saying that ADC should not be allowed to exist in Edo State. What audacity! Are we in a dictatorship? Are we in a one-party state? It's unimaginable what these people do. The audacity, because Nigerians allow them to get away with all this. There is no equal or commensurate reaction to what they do. That's why they get motivated, they keep pushing the limits, and one day that elasticity they believe Nigerians have will break, and Nigerians will react in a manner that will surprise them.
Honorable Commissioner, are you saying the visit to the School of Nursing by Mr. Peter Obi caused a stampede that led to the death of, is it 3 people now?
Yes. Intelligence report brought it out. 2 died in the hospital. They rushed them, actually. Let me tell you, many of these things, we don't alarm the public with some of these things. And you know that anywhere Obi enters, there's this euphoria. People who don't know him deeply, who just see him and they see, this is Obi, the Messiah they want. And they rush after him. And that euphoria, ecstasy, can cause stampede.
Just to be,
But it did not reflect in votes.
is it the same? Is it the same visit that we're seeing on the screen that you're referring to? And is the school authority also aware of this fatality that you speak to, or is only the government that is aware?
Obi, apart from going to that school, went to other places. He cannot just go to that school and go like that. When Obi comes to a place, there is another place he can go to. There are other places. People are waiting for him.
But
people along the road and all.
Okay, this stampede you speak to, was it at this visit or another visit? Just to be clear again.
No, this July 7th. That's why he has been visiting now, and the governor has not taken it serious. It's because of this incident. And he does not want casualties in the state. He's a man of peace, and he's given to civility.
At the risk of seeming to overflog the issue, are you saying that it was as a result of the visit to the School of Nursing or to other places? Where exactly did this stampede?
His visit was not only School of Nursing. They are just hiding fast from you people.
And so where exactly did this stampede happen? Where exactly did it happen in Edo State?
You said?
Where exactly did this stampede happen in Edo State?
In Benin, they took some of them to the hospital.
You can't shame the shameless, and it's not easy to defend a lie. He kept deflecting, but the journalist insisted that he must substantiate his claim that Peter Obi caused a stampede that led to the death of 3 people. He could not mention where it happened. He kept deflecting. So you can see they are now pushing it to another level. Since Monday Okpebholo, the governor of Edo State, made that statement that after Peter Obi visited that 3 people died, they've now sent a commissioner to defend that lie, to prove that the lie actually happened. But we all know it didn't happen. As you can see in this video, there was no stampede. It was only here that Peter Obi visited while in Edo State. So where did the stampede happen? Instead of climbing down and walking back on the accusation they made, on the threats they made on Peter Obi's life, they are pushing it to another level. Nigerians on a daily basis keep asking why Nigeria is not working, why there is no development despite the massive revenue Nigeria has earned over the years. The answer is before us. If a thug can become a party chairman, if someone like Ganduje, who is educated by the way, but he was caught stuffing wads of dollars in his pocket when he was governor, a kickback and over-invoicing of a contract he awarded when he was in office. If someone like that can become a party chairman, you can imagine the kind of candidates that can come out from that party. In this case, in Edo State, you have a thug who led fellow thugs to invade INEC office in 2023. A fraudulent person that forged a state house document. So you can imagine the kind of candidates that will come out from the party. Like birds flock together. A criminal or a thug can never give the party ticket to a good person. No, they will always give it to fellow thugs. Is there any question now that we have a serious leadership problem in this country, especially Edo State? Some like to beg the issue. They will tell you, the reason Nigeria is not developed is because we don't generate enough revenue. Look at other countries' tax to GDP ratio. That of Nigeria is very low. No, this is not the problem. The problem is, even if these people earn 100 trillion naira as revenue, they will find ways to squander all of them. They will even borrow money on top of that. Yes, this is the life of politicians. If you don't have decent people in power, there is no hope for that country. It has never happened anywhere. It will not happen in Nigeria. Until we have decent people in power, then you can now have hope that maybe in the next decade or in 20 years that Nigeria will change, maybe transition from an emerging economy to maybe a second world economy. But once we refuse to participate in politics, we refuse to demand for our rights, we see elections as, it doesn't concern me, I don't want to die, let politicians do their job, this, that. No, you must take it as a life and death issue. Because these people are after your lives. If they are stealing money that is meant for your development, that is meant to provide pipe-borne water, good roads, basic services that will improve your living standards, then they are after your life. Yes, that's the way Nigerians should be seeing this. Nigerians feel less concerned because maybe that person is doing better than his neighbor. He feels, I'm doing well. Why should I struggle? Why should I involve myself to fight for others? No, there is no rich man in a poor country. No matter how rich you are, even if you're a Dangote, you must be experiencing what is going on in Nigeria in one way or the other. A rich man in Nigeria will be going around with bodyguards, policemen with rifles. When you see them abroad, they walk alone or maybe with their friends. They don't even move around with bodyguards. Yes, that's the difference. Even if you are in a long motorcade of 100 cars, like the way Tinubu moves around the country, you will still be driving along bad roads filled with potholes. You will live in the same neighborhood where NEPA takes light without informing you. The light might cut off for 1 week without any apology, without any notification. Hey, we're going to cut off power supply to do some repairs. You live in an environment where there is a waste dump nearby that is smelly. Sometimes they light fire in the waste dump and all the smoke and fumes are filled everywhere. This is the reason why Nigeria must work for everyone. And if Nigeria is working, these types, criminals and thugs, will be so ashamed because the system will be punishing people like them. They will not have the audacity to contest election, not to talk of being a party chairman. These are the reasons why Nigeria is not working. Thanks for watching.